it's me, Fola here, and today I'll tell you about animals. There are two big groups of animals. There are vertebrates and invertebrates. But today I'm just gonna tell you about the vertebrates. There are five small groups in the vertebrates group of animal. They are mammals, fish, amphibian, reptiles, and birds. There are five of them. And now I'm going to tell you about how you can recognize if an animal is a mammal, fish, amphibian, reptile, or bird. Let's start. This is a mammal. You see, I put a rabbit here so you can recognize that when you see a rabbit, it is a mammal. What makes an animal a mammal? Well, it has warm blood. It gives birth to its babies because some animals lay eggs. They don't just give birth, but mammals give birth. It has ear that sticks out, because all of the mammals, have ears that stick out of their bodies. And of course, mammals have fur, like rabbits, dogs, and cats. Let me see. Elephants, tigers, lions, all of those animals that has fur, they have ears that stick out, they give birth, and they have warm-blooded. Those are just some of the, examples, but there are a lot more. So you will know how you can recognize a mammal. Maybe you can go research. Next, an amphibian. What is an amphibian and what makes an animal an amphibian? Well, it is cold-blooded. It can live on land and in water. It's like a turtle. That is a kind. Or maybe a frog. That is an amphibian too. I'm not sure if this is a lizard or I don't know. So maybe you guys can research what is this animal. But I'm pretty sure that's an amphibian. Next, it has smooth, moist skin. Lizards have smooth, moist skin. Turtles too. Frogs are amphibians. And the last, not last, but one of the reasons. So it lay eggs in the water, but when they hatch, they don't look like their parents a lot. Like the tadpoles and the frogs. They are mothers or their parents and babies, but they don't look like each other. The tadpoles look like small fish. But the frogs look totally different. They have legs, they have a shorter tail, and they look like a whole good body. I'm not really sure I like frogs, but I do like tadpoles. Next, reptiles. You see, I put a turtle over here because turtles are reptiles. Sorry, but I don't think turtles are an amphibians. I was wrong. Sorry a lot. But what makes an animal a reptile? It is cold-blooded. It is an air-breathing animal, and if it lives underwater, it has to come up onto the ground to breathe. A turtle is a pretty good example because sometimes you see the head turtles that is above water, and I think that is when the turtles are breathing. But when they're finished breathing, they will go under the water diving again. So you see, turtles live on land and in water. Next, it has dry, scaly skin. You see, turtles have dry, scaly skins, right? And the last reason I have written in here. It lays eggs, and its eggs have soft, leathery skin. I mean, shells. The eggs are soft and leathery, so I think it will be more easy for the baby turtles to crawl out. Next, birds. Do you like birds? This is a kind of bird. I'm not really sure what kind of bird it is, but I like it. It looks cute and really darling, so I would want to see one of it in real life. What makes an animal a bird? These things you should be very familiar with because you usually see birds flying in the sky, or maybe you have a pet bird. Many people have pet birds. It has warm-blooded. You need to make sure that birds are warm-blooded because there are no birds who are cold-blooded. Next, it can only breathe air. So if you put it in the water for too long, it would die. It won't live like a turtle. So birds can only breathe air. It has feathers. Birds are the only animal in the world that has feather. Other animals, not really. But birds, they have a lot of feathers. Maybe swan is a kind of bird too, you know. I'm not really sure you guys have seen a swan, but I have seen a lot of swans. There is a lake down there, and I usually go there to exercise. So I see a lot of swans. It's a swan lake. I call it Swan Lake because it has a lot of swans, but it's not really the film. Next, it has 2 legs and it has wings. Not all birds fly, you know. You know, penguins are kind of bird. Do you guys think so? Penguins have wings, but they don't fly. So, do you guys think they're birds? It lays eggs, and its eggs have hard shells. It's not smooth. It's not soft and leathery like the turtles. You see, I wrote it's soft and leathery like reptiles. But in birds, their eggs have hard shells. I'm pretty impressive on the baby birds. They can break the egg too easily to get out. I don't know why. I'm not a bird. I'm a human. I'm a kind of mammal, you know. People are mammals. Humans are mammals. So, you see, we can't really see our fur, but we do have some fur here. Maybe you guys can look at your hand. And maybe you guys would recognize some fur. It's a little bit, weird because we don't usually say we have fur, but we do have some hair that stick out of our hand. And the last kind, it's a fish. What makes an animal a fish? Well, it is cold-blooded, that's for sure. It uses gills to breathe. It doesn't use its lungs because fish can live underwater. If your family have a pet fish, then you would actually know that. And of course, it lives underwater. If it doesn't live underwater, then it would die. So I'm pretty sure if you have a pet fish, you shouldn't play with it outside the water. It will die, and it's hard for the fish to live outside the water when its environment is in the water. Next, it has scales and fins. If your family has a fish, maybe you can look closely at your fish pet, whatever the name is. So maybe you would spot some scales and fins. The fins are these small things that appears on the fish, maybe behind the head. They will help the fish move forward, backward, left, right, and any directions the fish wants. It's pretty easy for the birds. Fish to go around water with those fins. And the last detail, fish lay eggs. Maybe if you go diving under the water for really long, you may have seen fish eggs. They're really rare because we can't really spot them with human eyes, and the fish usually hide them really carefully, so you can't find them easily. They're really rare, but if you look closely and you go diving usually, maybe you can spot some fish eggs. But don't take any one of it home because the mama or papa fish would be angry. And maybe they would be sad to lose one of their babies. Maybe you can buy one of the fish on the roads so it would be more easier and no one or nothing will get sad or angry. Now, here are some questions to see if you guys remember what we have been talking about. What kind of animal is this? What is it? So I can give you 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ring! Time to answer. What is your answer? Type on the comment. So let's see what is the answer. There are a few more questions, so remember to type your answer down at the comment space, The answer is fish. This is a clownfish. It's my favorite kind of fish in the world. I like whales too, but I like clownfish more. They're much cuter and they look maybe funny, so they call it a clownfish. Why is it a fish? Because it has scales and fins. Can you spot these funny fins over here? This is a tail fin. This is a fin too. And see these lines on the fish? They're scales. Next, what kind of animal is this? Here. What is it? It seems cute, but this is what I have to look on Google so long. But if you guys just search Google the answer, it would be not cute at all. It is kind of scary. That's why I have to find the ones that is cute. So you see, these animals are cute, right? I'll give you 15 seconds to think. 1, 2,